This is KMA Talk Radio, life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like some Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, everyone out there in Radio Land. Welcome to another exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister, and with me, of course, as always, a man who always remembers to turn his cell phone off before getting on the air, Mr. Honest Abe.
Good morning.
And of course, there's Paul.
Hi.
Hi, Paul.
Abe, you can't see it. I wish we had gone live without you here, just because it would have been funny to see you race in. He literally just walked in, sat down. We barely even said hello to him.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, and here we are.
A man of epic timing.
Rough Saturday start, no coffee.
Why no coffee?
I didn't have time.
Well, Gaby, we have some beans there from Gaby Kafie.
What am I going to do with beans? I'm going to eat them. Gonna shove them up my anus and hope I get the caffeine buzz.
That actually works better than drinking.
You could put them in the very, very old, probably never cleaned coffee machine here,
Oh my God.
And grind them with a,
You know, I haven't used an alarm clock literally like in 11 years, right?
Wow.
Don't need it. I have 4 kids.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Right?
I turned off mine this week because he's up at 6 o'clock anyway.
Wait till he's able to walk and wake you up.
I can't.
Right? So I haven't had an alarm clock, honestly, literally in about 11 years, but kids are on spring break, so I guess they were all up real late last night.
Sleeping in.
Nobody woke up this morning, man.
Oh,
I jumped up. I'm like, oh, my God.
Asher usually wakes you up and says, Daddy,
One
can
of
have dinner.
the 4, if not the dog, in the worst case scenario, start licking my face. But nobody, nothing.
It was a party at Abe's house
I barely had
last night.
time to wash my face and get over here. No coffee, no nothing. So I'm going to be grouchy today.
You wash your face in the morning?
Well, I usually take a shower, but I didn't have time for a shower, so I had to at least wash my face, the crust off my face in the morning.
Do you? See, like, if I don't shower in the morning, I don't really wash anything else.
You just go with your morning face crud on there?
What face crud?
Every face has face crud in the morning. Once you break 30, your body starts leaking in the middle of the night, okay? Stuff starts oozing out of your nose and your ears and your eyes. You got drool on your face. How do you not wash your face in the morning?
I usually wake up and shower in the morning, but there's nights that I will do I'll do a shower at night before, then I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth.
You still got face crud.
I go, I'm clean.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
This is absurd. My wife won't let any of my kids even look at anything until they've washed their faces at a minimum and brushed their teeth.
Like when they wake up in the morning, wash your face? That's weird.
I can't,
Am I the odd one here?
I can't believe we're having.
Colin?
I can't believe we're having cleanliness discussions like this.
I wash my face, but not right in the morning.
Really?
But
I
before
wash
you
my
leave,
face when I take a shower.
Yeah, see, there you go. Before he leaves.
Right. I mean, listen, I washed my face. I still feel like I'm unclean, like I got some face crud in my eyes.
That's weird. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the odd man out.
Yes. This,
I can't wait for the Facebook comments about this.
This is a new KMA poll right here.
Yeah.
Do you wash your face in the morning?
Yeah, I mean,
yes. Do you have face crud and do you make sure to remove it before you leave?
Typically I shower, but if I don't shower, I gotta at least wash my face, rinse my face off.
Huh. Well, you learn something new every
now,
day.
Yes, and from now on, we will all know that Paul is not very hygienic.
I need you to ask your wife about this.
I showered this morning. Like, I'm clean.
But you showered, but we're talking about when you don't.
And I use her special face cream on my face. I'm the king of my castle.
Wow.
I sure as hell was not last evening. I was babysitting all night.
So, you were not babysitting.
You don't babysit your own child, Paul.
Oh, you know what I mean. My wife went out. She did this stuff with the girls, went to dinner, made soap. She went to a soap making class.
Yeah, that's what you use to wash your face in the morning.
Now that she's made it for you, I'm sure you'll be happy to use it.
I'm not allowed to use it. It's like a $40 bar of soap.
What?
Well, it's $40 for a chunk. It's like a chunk like this big. And then
Was
they
it like
slice
12 by 12?
It's organic, and I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it yet because she has to go and pick it up. So
Do
Do they hand one of these bars out at every daddy daycare?
No, but thank God I took that class.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't take the class.
You didn't
It was
have a class,
sarcasm.
so why would you say thank God I took it?
I was being sarcastic.
Okay, good.
Pardon me. Sorry.
Did you just burp on the air? Oh my God!
I was trying to move on, and I totally
What is going
came
on
out.
this morning?
That's fantastic.
You just burped on the air,
What is
dude.
this, the Stern Show? You're
Oh
burping
my
on me?
God!
Wow, my apologies to everyone out there for my unprofessional behavior. Every week here at KMA Talk Radio, we like to give away wonderful prizes.
I'm dying.
Oh my God!
Our good friends over at Recluse have the Recluse Caption Contest of the Week. If you would like to win a 5-pack of Recluse cigars, make sure you head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page and cast your best caption on this week's photo of, well, the basketballs in a bikini top. Because, well, it's March Madness, and it was just St. Patrick's Day, and it's actually a green one.
Little
as you
something
can
for
see.
everybody.
Exactly. And to get you started, this is not what I meant by luck of the Irish.
You still laughing at the burp?
I can't believe he didn't even move from the mic. He was just
got it
right,
there.
he was right on the mic.
Wait,
It surprised me that it happened.
He's got a cough button in front of him, so he can be professionally burped right.
wait.
I didn't have a chance
Wait.
to stop it. That was the problem.
The best part is if you noticed, he continued talking right away.
Yeah.
It's like if we weren't going to acknowledge it.
But you and I looked at each other like, that wasn't me, was it you?
No.
Was it? And we're like, what's going on?
I'm like, who the hell just burped? I thought maybe it was a soundbite Colin had or something.
You're going to need to cut that for later.
that just
Oh my
made my
God.
day. I'm crying.
Every week, our good friends over at Zycar have the Zycar poll of the week. If you'd like to win a Zycar XI1 cutter in titanium, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page, cast your vote in this week's poll. Congratulations to Alexander Martinez of Kearney, New Jersey. He took home last week's prize. Last week we asked you, are you a fan of reality TV? A lot of you had
I tell you what,
minimal results on this.
it was really no really winner.
Yeah.
It's basically all three were kind of dead even at 30%.
And there were a lot of votes this time too.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah. So,
So about equal amount of people like it, equal amount of people have better things to do, and equal
Yeah.
amount of people think it's fake.
so yeah.
I think it's fake, but I still watch it. A lot of it's scripted.
I don't think it's like 100% fake and scripted. I think they initiate and direct.
Set up
Yeah,
situations,
they
right?
direct and lead situations to happen.
There's a lot of producers
Yeah.
that produce content on those shows.
I don't know. There's nothing better than 90 Day Fiance on a Sunday, so
I don't even know that show. Thank God.
that's a great one. You
90
should check it out.
Days
It's
Fiancé.
about people trying to get the K1 visa from other countries to come in here. It's awesome.
So if you'd like to win that Zycar XO, cut it over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. And this week we're going to ask you, how much time do you spend on social media each day? Head over to the Facebook page and tell us how much time you're spending there, and or just scroll over from the other 15 pages of Facebook you're looking at.
Right.
Exactly. Oh, it's going to be a fun show today. Dr. Gaby Kafie of Kafie 1901 Cigars is going to be here to talk about us.
He's got some great news, and he wants to talk. We're going to talk FDA with him because obviously he knows what he's talking about. So
And, he'll know what's going on with obviously the news about Scott Gottlieb resigning a couple of months ago. The interim director got named last week. So it'll be interesting to see what's happening with the FDA. Obviously, Coop will be here to talk about what's going on in the news later on in the second hour of the show.
yeah, he'll be
I'm-
here.
I'm
I talked to him this morning.
Oh, good. I'm sure he's got a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
Kevin Shahan. That's why you have to grow a great big beard like me. No need to wash in the morning. Face crud is hidden.
Isn't he the proprietor of Beard Bomb? Don't you use that in the morning, Kevin?
Listen, 90% of the crud's around your eyes. Your eyes tear.
I mean,
at
I
night.
wipe my eyes.
Just so gross.
I just do that. I do it to the dogs too. I wake up in the morning, I wipe my eyes, I wipe their eyes, and we go out and do our thing. There's no cats.
You're not going to wash your hands after that?
No, then he probably makes breakfast and eats
No,
with his hands.
I wash my hands before I go take the baby out of the crib, always,
All right.
because I'm filthy.
You are
yes.
filthy, dude.
I'm not going over to your house anymore.
At least I didn't burp on the air.
That's fantastic.
All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk to Dr. Gaby Kafie. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Hello, this is Glenn Case, owner of Christoph Cigars. There's nothing more important to me than family. That's why I treasure the moments with my wife Terry and our son Christopher, aka Christoph. When we have those rare moments to talk about life, there's nothing better than smoking Christoph to enhance our time together. For Terry, it's our Christoph Sweet Tip Cuban selection. For Chris, our Sumatra. And for me, our original Maduro. Enhance your family time with Christoph Cigars.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, the Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Introducing the H. Upmann Connecticut Grupo de Maestro, a redefined Connecticut that exhibits a fuller and deeper flavor, combining over 200 years of cigar making and refinement. The Grupo de Maestros, a brotherhood of master blenders, inspired to create a new definition of a time-honored legend. This collaborative H. Upmann features a robust blend of luscious filler, including a layer of specially cultivated pilotico tobacco for an incomparable rich complexity. The H. Upmann Grupo de Maestros defined heritage, redefined Connecticut.
For 500 years, Nicaragua has served as a crossroads of cultures, ever since indigenous inhabitants mocked arriving Spanish conquistadors in a colorful, costumed satirical masterpiece called El Huehuense, or The Wise Man. This great dance continues today in the careful blending of Nicaragua's finest tobacco. Master blender Nicolas Melillo has worked tirelessly to create and honor the great dance of flavors in El Huehuense cigars. Visit FoundationCigars.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister, and we are here broadcasting live in lovely West Palm Beach, Florida, which is a balmy 66 degrees this morning, and oh so enjoyable. With me, of course, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Honest Abe, and
what I say about the vending machine here as soon as I walk in the studio, because I'm getting rained by my nutritionist.
There's never any water.
Yeah,
in the
all 3
vending machine.
slots are empty water. Mm-hmm. He's like, did he make water in a can now? He just texted me.
He literally, because he's
That's awesome.
He's watching it. They make water in a can now.
Actually, they do. Aquafina makes water in a
well,
can.
I tried to get water, dude. There was nothing here, and I was dying of thirst. I had no coffee. I had nothing since I brushed my teeth as I woke up.
And washed your face.
Yeah, and washed my face because I'm not disgusting like Paul. If you don't shower in the morning, doctor, we have a doctor in the room.
Yes.
If you don't shower, Yeah, he turns around. If you don't shower in the morning, do you at least wash your face in the morning?
Yeah, man, you have to.
Right?
You have to.
You have to.
You have to.
I've never heard of anybody who doesn't, at a minimum, wash his face. Even in the movies, they walk out of bed and they splash water
That's the
on their
movies.
face.
That's how you know it's not real.
Oh, come on, man.
I almost want to slide away from this guy.
I'm
so
showered
right now.
I showered
I
this
wish
morning.
this table was bigger. I just want to say.
I'm going to get into some details here. I'll tell you what I do. Paul.
I'm listening.
You shave or you don't shave?
Yeah, I shave.
You have a shaving brush?
No,
I do have. No, I have a badger
got a
brush. I have a shaving
There
brush.
you go.
Yeah.
Use that brush. Get some good facial soap and give yourself a nice little scrub.
Lather.
Huh.
Do it. Do it. You'll feel fantastic. You'll feel like you took a shower.
They do that for me when I do my my shave at Real Clips.
Real Clips.
Yeah.
There you
Best
go.
barbershop.
They
in
do
town.
that. They have that little thing that they put around your face. It's nice.
Yeah.
Massaging.
Yes.
It's quite lovely.
I have people.
It's kind
for
of
that.
like washing your face in the morning.
Anyway, with that, it's time for what we consider to be our favorite part of the show.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
It's time to meet your maker.
This week, KMA Talk Radio is pleased to welcome back Dr. Gaby Kafie of Kafie 1901 Cigars. With a rich family history spanning over 100 years in the region of Central American origin agriculture, the Kafies have long enjoyed premium tobacco for over a century. Doctor, welcome back to KMA Talk Radio.
Well, Adam, what a great introduction. Thank you for having me.
Well,
Guys,
absolutely.
I wonder where he got it from.
always a pleasure to be here. Definitely.
Well, we do what we can, and we're happy to have you. So what have you been up to? I mean, you've been busy traveling the world, traveling the country.
You know what? Last
spreading
year,
the good word.
Last year we did a little bit of traveling. We ended up in Germany for Intertobacco. I'll tell you what, that was a heck of an experience. The culture, I should say, the connoisseur, the retailer, the distributors out in Europe are a little bit different than the ones in the U.S.
For better or for worse?
Yeah,
I think it's just for me. I'll be honest. I really found it very appealing.
Okay.
It feels a lot more stressful here in the U.S.
Now,
Very intense. A lot of competition in the U.S., whereas in Europe, you got a bunch of beautiful countries where there's a few players, a lot less than here.
I think in Europe, when you're going there, they're already looking for something that they can't get, right? So they're looking.
That is correct.
They're looking for something new. Here, now, I was just in the office. I can't remember who I was talking to about the other day, but it's like, even with FDA in the last couple of years, there's still like new brands I hear about every month.
There are.
Like every month.
There's,
so the amount of people making cigars continues to exponentially grow, but the consumer base doesn't. So, it's no matter what, even as business grows on a retail side, manufacturers will still find themselves not doing as much business because it's just getting sliced up that many more times.
There's two things I noticed. Half Wheel last week published a little article that 200 new brands or new cigars have come out this year.
I believe it.
200.
I believe it is the insanity I'm talking about.
I mean, it's.
I think when I got in this business, there wasn't even 200 brands.
Wow.
I mean.
Wow.
Well, you've got different companies
with a
out
slight
there.
exaggeration. I mean, you can't count like every one of the 482 SKUs that some of these big companies make that don't really sell anywhere. But
Like I was going to say, you got two different types of companies out there. You got the ones that are producing staple brands,
right?
And then you got the not to disparage them, but the ADD brands,
the assembly line,
the attention deficit disorder brands. The consumer that's always asking what's new, what's new, what's new.
Right.
And then you got the guys that they won't change cigars if you shoot them. So there's room for everybody. That's the beautiful thing about this industry. If you're good at what you do, you put out a good product, good value, and
he's always so nice and pleasant.
Yeah,
I know. If we gave out a Mr. Pleasant,
all right.
Pleasant Award, it'd be Dr. Gaby Kafie.
Is that the hard part, though?
I could switch on the a-hole.
No, you can't. I'll take that bet. You can't.
All right.
You just too by nature.
Too nice. Test me.
It's in your culture.
No. You guys put me in a chair that automatically lowers as I talk. The more I talk, the more it lowers.
We'll grab a different one during the break. We just
there we go.
grab the closest one.
Was it you trying to keep my ego down?
Right? I don't know.
Is that the hardest thing about having a new brand, though, in this business? That I find that a lot of hardcore cigar smokers, They literally will smoke the same thing every single day, every day of the week.
No,
It's
not. That generation and era is far
going
gone.
away.
No, it's been gone. When I first got in 20 years in the industry, I used to see what kind of car pulled up, knew which customer it was, and have his box on the counter ready.
That's great.
Those guys have died off. And it's I mean, this is before blogging, before internet,
right.
before Cigar Aficionado almost, And those guys are gone. And now it's like the guys who will smoke, listen to me, here's the thing. A lot of people will still smoke the same brand 65, 75% of the time. But they're always looking to buy something new. Okay. And then they find something they really like, that becomes their 60, 75% of the time cigar, right? But I'm talking about my first 3, 4, 5 years in this industry. Nobody was buying something new.
Right.
Anyone with something new would come out, they would try it. And 90% of people still go back to smoking what they would normally smoke.
And how did you get them to try it? Did you have to give it to them?
Well, that's part of your job.
Right.
We just got this in. You should give this a try, And sometimes they'd like it. Sometimes that would become their new cigar.
Right.
And a lot of times they just go back to smoking their regular stuff.
Right. Why'd you give me this?
It wasn't, the model back then was kind of really like this, right? You had your brands that basically dominated the market. New brands would come out. New brands either hit it very well or they just didn't hit it at all.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't this 18-month, every brand kind of sells for 18 months and then disappears. Which is kind of what happens now because everybody in the first year wants to try something new.
Right.
And then it's very hard to build a long-term brand that's going to last 5, 10 years. So you'd very seldom see it.
5? You said 5.
Right. Well, listen,
He got the 5 years, yeah.
And you very seldom saw back then a new brand coming out and then it becoming a hit. They would do. That's why back then you'd get one new brand maybe a year from a manufacturer, and that's if it. A lot of times when they would go to a trade show, it wouldn't even be a new brand. It would be, hey, we're going to come out with these 2 new sizes in this brand we already have. Right. So it was not as prolific as things. And if they did a new brand, it was at the trade show. Right. Not every month. Somebody's releasing a new line, a new brand.
You know what, man? I'm listening to you and I'm thinking about how much technology has changed in the past. Let's go back to, I started off with Rolando Reyes Sr. at Puros Indios family, right?
Well, I think you're going to make a very good point. However, I'm up against a hard break, and I think this is going to take more than 30 seconds. So hold that thought because I really like where you're going with it.
Let me take a sip of my water from the can.
Yes, this water from the can that is so refreshing. Give it out a big... Where is it? Give it out.
What? Oh, I thought you wanted me to burp.
No, no, unfortunately, I'm the only one who can do that on air. Yes. So, yes, I'm Adam K., the Burp Meister. And we're going to have more with Dr. Gaby Kafie when we come back right here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
On a small farm nestled along a river in southern Honduras, grows an estate-grown tobacco so exceptional. Stop, please. No moss. This is Dan Blunt for Alec Bradley Cigars. Some copywriter handed this to me, expecting me to read it. Good Lord. Do me a favor. Pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Light it up. Spend an hour with it. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk again real soon.
Follow the legend to Nicaragua. The Monte Cristo Nicaragua series is the latest addition to the extraordinary legacy of Monte Cristo. Blended in Nicaragua, the balance of this cigar is undeniable. And now it's been awarded a top 10 cigar of 2018 by Cigar Aficionado. This exquisite and complex 100 Perfect Puro uses only the best tobacco, combining body and flavor for a stellar appearance. A unique smoking experience that is now a top 10 cigar of the year. Monte Cristo Nicaragua. 2 legends coming together to create one legendary cigar.
Tobacco legend Julio Aroa and his son Justo Aroa bring back the authentic Corojo and Aladino cigars, a true Cuban puro, giving homage to original vintage Vitolas. Aladino cigars are also available in a dark, rich Maduro wrapper. JRE Tobacco has an unwavering commitment for consistency and quality. Experience our commitment to excellence in any one of our 3 lines, the Aladino, the Rancho Luna, and the Tatascan. Light up a JRE cigar today. Visit jretobacco.com.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Joya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try a Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
CLE Cigar Company presents CLE Cigars, Aroa Cigars, and Asylum Cigars. With 4 generations and over 120 years of experience in tobacco. From seed to smoke, these cigars are produced in Honduras and Nicaragua with the utmost care and precision possible. CLE Cigar Company introduces a vast array of tobaccos in various sizes to bring the highest quality of premium tobacco direct for your enjoyment. Visit clecigars.com for more information.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Oh, good afternoon, morning.
Good evening. You're on fire today.
Yeah.
Somebody get him a bourbon.
Yes, please. Colin, that's your new policy. Just have a backup bourbon for whenever I'm get a little off.
I shouldn't have taken that rye
home.
home from Juan Cancel. I should have left it here. I didn't think of that.
Gone
now.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio on this, the 23rd of March, in the opening weekend of the NCAAs. We hope you've enjoyed.
Don't you take a trip soon?
No. Had I not been in the Dominican on Monday through Wednesday, I would have taken yet Thursday and Friday off to go just to watch all.
So I ruined your annual trip?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
He got to go to Dominican Republic, all right?
Got to. Wait till we talk about his trip.
He got to drink free. Eat.
I heard there wasn't that much drinking going on.
Are you kidding me?
There was a lot less than
he said.
Previous
it's not
years.
the same as what you were
as
telling.
in Cabo. Yeah, it was different than Cabo. There was no Bloody Mary bars at all.
They had ice cream breaks though.
Yeah,
but Adam doesn't eat ice cream.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, because I used to say TAA was totally alcoholic all the time.
You
ever been with TAA?
No, man.
That's all you do is drink for 4 days. I mean, literally, it's like a drinking fest. It's like
sounds like college. Yeah,
that's exactly what it sounds
It's
like.
a bunch of old retailers who want to write off a vacation, act like they're from a fraternity still, or sorority.
Yeah, hang
That's
out and
great.
share information.
Sorority.
A lot of good fun times. So anyway, we're here with Dr. Gaby Kafie of Kafie 1901 Cigars. Before we went to break, Doctor, you were giving us a
that's right.
Soliloquy. Yes.
Soliloquy.
Yeah. Carry on. Sorry, I'm just going to sit here in silence.
I think where we left off was technology changed the entire game completely.
Yes.
You know, I remember when I showed up at Puros Indios back in the day, 2013-14, and in their packing room they had postcards that they had a company make for them, and the postcard was basically what new cigar had come out, and they had a list of 2,500. They used to do it. I mean, you had to mail it out.
Yep.
And then you had to have 5-10 people on the phone seeing if they got the postcard and seeing if they want samples, and it was just like a...
Oh, so they sent that to retailers.
Yeah, but now you got freaking MailChimp.
No, they mailed them to 2,500 consumers.
I don't know. I was like
across
only
the
20.
country.
I was like only 2,500. That's
2,500
there.
No.
consumers.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
things were different. No, go ahead. You're right.
I said,
It's okay to bash Paul when he's wrong.
I don't know if I heard a curse.
No, I didn't say
Colin will
curse.
listen.
No.
I said a word that you don't like.
But anyways,
the R word?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Shouldn't have said.
this industry was built on paper and pencil. And then all of a sudden,
some of them still operate on paper and pencil. I can't even get an invoice from some companies.
And a shoestring.
So true.
Can we get that invoice or credit?
That's funny.
But you get on the other end of the line.
Well, that's how the industry started, bunch of farmers, literally. Pencil, paper.
Yeah.
We talk about the number of new brands that came out. You go back to, look, I keep mentioning Puros Indios, right? But there's...
Are they still around?
They are.
Come on.
The history,
what are they doing?
I think they're doing some few lines for a couple
other
of
people?
the big guys. No. They're selling
for other people.
They're bundle cigars. They're
the catalog company. They got to be used the catalog companies.
That's the word.
I've never heard of them.
Well, yeah, they're a huge bag. Well, he's new to this whole cigar industry, but I mean, that's where companies go once they can't exist in the mainstream anymore. They go into that realm of we just make cigars for CIs and JRs and Thompsons, and it's kind of a
retirement home.
No, it's kind of the what do you call it? That Spear and Superman, the Phantom Menace zone or whatever it is.
The Phantom Zone?
Yeah, it's like the Phantom Zone of the cigar industry.
But you know what's interesting?
Like, I mean, you don't know them, but yeah, I mean,
you exist, but
right.
do you really exist?
Yeah, you're in the Phantom Zone.
I really believe that is their goal, though. That's their goal, is to just lay low. And
I don't know if it was their goal. I just think that's where they are, and they're existing.
And life
now.
is still good.
I don't think anybody chooses to be in the Phantom Zone.
When you're in the cigar industry and... can I use bad words?
No.
It depends how bad.
The A word you can, but the F, the S, no.
I'm sure you can create it.
Well, this industry, you're going to succeed based on the relationships you build and the respect that you get from everybody, retailers, connoisseurs, and just build on that. Every day is an opportunity to build something new. When we started out, we still have our first account up in Seattle, up in Washington State. Account number 2 is here in Winter Park.
Oh, wow.
We still have those guys. One guy, he gets upset if I don't call him once a week. He's like, Gabe, what's the matter? You don't love me anymore? I said, I'm busy. I said, of course I love you.
I have clients like that.
But you know what we did is, when I started out is I decided, okay, are we going to target the big boys initially, or are we going to target the small family-owned cigar shops? In each and every state in the country and build a brand. So we started depositing seeds. That was my goal, is start in each and every single state and at least have one account in each city. And it's been 5 years, and we've covered the country pretty well.
Who's we? Who's going around the
country?
Me,
myself, and I.
I was going to say, I'm curious who the we was.
I've got 3 personalities. I've got the guy on the phone, the guy on the email, and the guy on the mic right now.
What about the Facebook?
The Facebook.
That's the Facebook.
Yeah. Oh man, are we going to a commercial? I heard something. Am I getting cut off again?
No, that was the NBC, and now you
Just
know.
checking. Yes. But you know what? This is a very difficult business. We take our accounts very serious. Our accounting software, right? That's our, what do you call it? That's our shrine. Everything in there. Every customer has their sacred information in there. Whether if it's a checking account, credit card numbers. So for us, I'm dying to hire people to bring them in, have somebody in-house to help me out so I could be free and maybe travel a little bit, visit stores. But I'm married, I'm a slave to the office, and I'm a slave to the factory.
What about your wife?
Am I a slave to her?
I mean, if you figured out how not to be, please share.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Yeah, please share.
we both caught the flu at the same time last week, so I think she wants me away from her right now.
That's well, that is funny. I tell you what frustrates me most about the industry is that more in this industry than any other industry that I've either been involved with or exposed to, I constantly see people who do business and the way some of these people run their business, it makes absolutely, positively no sense. And I come across it with either how they're structuring a promotion, how they're structuring some kind of social marketing thing, some event, some sale, some product release, even back-end accounting. I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
I understand.
Mind-boggling.
You come from the top of the food chain of the retail world.
But I don't. Listen to me, I don't. I'm not a college graduate. Okay, I'm don't.
Put that aside.
No, but I'm not.
A college degree, all it means is that you can sustain pain for 4 or 5, 6, 10 years. You know? That's all I mean. And you got a good liver.
I'm not a college graduate. I'm not a traditionally educated businessman. My grandfather was a farmer. My dad was a grocer. Right?
Fantastic.
So I'm not, but they do these things where, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've sat in a meeting where someone will come to me and I'm like, that makes absolutely no sense.
You're sitting in a chair also where you have a privilege. I'll tell you what the privilege is that you get to see everybody's pitch. See, me, the chair I'm sitting in, I don't get to see what ABC company does. My only interaction is with you, correct? Or my other retailers.
I understand, but you still should be intelligent enough without knowing anybody else's pitch to know that what you're saying at this moment makes absolutely no sense.
I understand.
Yeah? But I've never seen it as much as I've seen it in this industry. Seriously. It's mind-boggling.
Okay, so let's jump into my shoes, right?
Yes.
When I'm going to just be real blunt here, okay? When I got into the industry, I was outsourcing my boxes, outsourcing cigars, outsourcing cellophane. You outsource everything. I was just a boutique brand.
Right.
And the level of frustration I was getting from the company making my cigars, the company making my boxes.
Yeah, nobody was doing anything the way you wanted.
Nobody was doing everything. And then the when I would call to kind of constructively criticize.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Right. Exactly.
And they actually thought I was just bothering them. So what they would do is,
because you were the small cheese,
they would jack my pricing up or say, no, I don't care how much you grow. We're not going to give you discounts. I can't do it. If I'm going to do something, I got to control it.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can control the quality moving forward. And it took me 5 years to get to that point where I can finally say, I'm now in a position where I control the quality of the cigar, the box, and everything moving forward.
Right.
That's why we're rebranding. Because I want people to know we're headed in a new direction.
Okay, let's talk about this rebranding. You brought it up now. What exactly are you rebranding?
Well,
because I said it during the break.
Yes, sir.
If you're rebranding in 5 years, that means you didn't do it right the first time.
One of the things
it's kind of too soon to be rebranding.
All right, so.
No, it's okay.
Sorry, I just got kicked in the nuts.
No. Listen, that's just my personal opinion, which could be definitely wrong or right or indifferent. So I'm just curious, what are you rebranding? Not changing the logo.
Here, let's. Do you have a video?
1901. Is this camera on? Did you get it working or not?
I was actually gonna. Oh yeah, I can do that.
Here, let me do the. Are we ready?
Thank you, Vanna.
I was gonna try and put it up too.
Well, the thing we're rebranding is the front of the box says, it's got a stamp, right? It just says Kafie. And for me, the 1901 is very clear and vivid, right? But you know what? My brand has gotten known as 1901 by some people, and it's gotten known as Kafie by others. And I kind of want the brand to be known as Kafie 1901 because that tells our story. And the story it's very important because my grandmother was born in El Salvador in 1901. That was her birth year. And the irony of that year is also my grandfather arrived in El Salvador in Honduras in 1901. That's why the company's named Kafie 1901. So I wanted to tell our family story. I'm third generation Honduran. And the beautiful thing about the rebranding that we're doing is we're actually taking a photo of each of my grandparents and putting it on the sides of the logos. Now, when my grandfather first arrived to Central America, he was a cotton farmer.
You got photos from your grandparents?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
I guess it's not that bad, right?
Yeah.
Grandparents?
Well, I mean...
what year would that have been for your grandparents, those photos?
But this night might not be...
No, I'm sure they're not baby,
they're not early
pictures.
photos. It's probably later photos.
The photos were from the 30s and 40s.
So I have the logo loaded up, so I'll put it up so everybody can see it clearly. But this is the new logo from the site.
Oh, yeah, good. I want to see it. Let me see it.
Yes, so it features my grandfather, Don Chucri, and my...
Chucri. I had an uncle named Chucri.
And my grandmother...
I like how the Spanish title goes before a Middle Eastern name. It sounds like...
How does it?
Don Chucri.
Yeah, it does, right?
It does.
Hey, it is what it is.
I had an uncle named Chucri.
But you know, when my father was born in 1937 in Honduras, in La Union, I'm sorry, they named him Fernando.
Really?
They wanted to give him a local name so that... it's unfortunate, but in every country, you know, I guess immigrants are treated a little bit different, except for in the U.S. I think the U.S. is the most accepting country for immigrants. Let's not get into that.
I was about to say.
We'll burn an hour.
Somebody's plane who's on Southern Boulevard right now that way just passed on the way here.
It's going to be on every box.
That's going to be the front of every box.
And the labels are changing too?
The labels are staying the same.
Okay.
We want the cigar to be...
You're just redoing the logo.
Just redoing the logo.
It's not a major rebranding. It's just redoing the logo.
It's just, you know what?
Are the boxes changing?
It depends.
Okay.
Your feedback today will...
All right.
Your feedback today will influence that decision. So we're in between going traditional 2 rows of 10 versus cabinet style.
As a retailer, I love that.
You love what?
That
cabinet.
Well, I'll tell you what happens for me as a retailer is when you have that size packaging, I may bring in an extra 2 or 3 SKUs that I wouldn't have room for the other way.
Okay.
Right?
Very nice.
So the smaller the box, the better.
In the same space, I could fit 3 of those other boxes. I could put 5 or 6 of those. So when he comes to me to sell me for the first time, and I'm trying to decide how many lines I'm going to bring in, right? That size box will probably get him 2 to 3 SKUs extra every 6 facings than the other one because it just takes up too much linear footage. You know, whether I'm consciously doing it or not, that's what happens.
But you know what? Your answer is pretty much constant across the industry. People prefer this or actually prefer trays. They want a tray with all your vitolas.
Yeah, I don't do that. I like the traditional look of
those big giant trays you're talking about. Like one of our friends has, it's like so giant it takes up so much space. And they have every cigar in there.
You know, there's certain things like I like to. I don't know. I call them like 7-Eleven themes.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And those trays always make me feel like the Ziploc humidity bags. I just had this a debate with the manufacturer. That's a 7-Eleven theme. Once I start putting that stuff in and that stuff, now I feel like I'm a convenience store.
So they wanted you to sell the cigars?
It's very popular. They make these wood trays, right? They got 4 or 5 sections, right? And most manufacturers, once again, never think it out right? Because they'll make this tray that holds 20 cigars, right? And their bundle is 25, or their box is 25, right? So every time you open a box, there's 5 loose sticks floating around somewhere. I can't tell you how common.
One issue.
I can't tell you how common that is. Or even let's take it a little step. They thought a little bit, but just not far enough. They went to 95 yards and just stopped, right? They made it hold 25 and their box is 25.
Right.
So unless you're completely sold out, you still got to fill it up and you're going to have overflow.
That is true.
Right? The smart guy would say, hey, let me make it hold 30 and my box is 25 or 20. But this is what you deal with a lot in this industry. It's kind of like, hey, I kind of haven't thought this through all the way, right? So,
I got to tell you, a lot of retailers, but you got to remember, we have a box factory, right? We make boxes for a lot of different companies. We don't mention who they are, but there's a huge shift right now for 10-count boxes. Huge.
I like 10-count boxes. Quicker, easier box sale.
Yeah.
Plus, it's easy to tell a guy, hey, he's buying 5 or 6 cigars. Say, hey, just get a box for 10.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
I have no problem with 10-count
boxes.
That's an easier sell. You're absolutely right.
It's an easy sell. It's easy upsell, too.
Yeah.
Easier sell to the retailer and to the customer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a huge shift, not just for here, but for international markets, too.
No, I like 10, 15 count, like that format, even in a 15. Is that what count is that? Is that 20?
That's 20.
Right, but even like that in a 15 count, I'm all right with that, too.
Interesting.
You know, I'm all right with that, too.
Wow.
You know?
There you go. We are going to have more absolute content here to talk about boxes when we come back here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Hi, this is Nish Patel from Rocky Patel Premium Cigars. I want to introduce you to this beautiful new cigar we introduced at the IPCPR show called Tavacusa. Beautiful San Andreas wrapper on it, double binder, double ligero. When you smoke it, you get a lot of chocolate, espresso notes, medium to full-bodied. Go to your local brick and mortar, try the cigar, you won't be disappointed. All I can say, it's got the wow factor.
When Dominican passion, artistry, and skill combine with 114 years of family legacy, you don't have just a cigar. You have the cigar. Whether you love the mild, flavorful La Aurora 1987 Connecticut, the spicy 1962 Corojo, or the always smooth, sweet La Aurora 1903 Cameroon, you aren't just enjoying a part of history, you're lighting your own legacy. Be a part of something. Look to the lion. La Aurora Cigars, king of the pride since 1903.
Looking for something unique and awesome? Smoke Oscar Valderas cigars. 2012 Connecticut, 2012 Corojo, 2012 Maduro, the Oscar Habano, the Oscar Maduro, My Way, and our latest creation, Oscar Valderas Cicerone Edition. A great cigar that comes in 5 different collectible boxes with an amazing exclusive artwork. Remember, Oscar has something unique and awesome waiting for you. Ask for Oscar Cigars in your favorite cigar shop.
Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust and its master ligador, Steve Saka, is crafting the very finest cigars available today. One such brand is his Todos los Dias. This liga is very smooth with tastes of dark chocolate and figs, with a nice sweet chili pepper that escalates in warmth as you smoke it. On the palate, it feels like a medium-bodied smoke, but it is lying to you, as this cigar is quite strong. From the first puff, there is no doubt of the origin of Todos los Dias, or that it is intended solely for the seasoned cigar smoker. Viva Nicaragua!
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS. Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too!
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in lovely West Palm Beach, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the man, the myth, Mr. Honest Abe.
Yeah, let me enjoy my can of water.
Sip on the water. There we go.
Looks good.
Of course, then there's refreshing. Then there's Paul.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi, Paul. And we're here with Dr. Gaby Kafie from Kafie 1901
Hey, guys.
Cigars. And, you know, we were talking about boxes, shapes of boxes, creating new boxes before we went to break.
We were?
Yeah.
You know, I got to tell you guys something, man. It's a real shame that these boxes literally end up in the garbage.
Why would they end up in the garbage?
I mean, I think
What do you do with them?
I think a lot of them do.
I have cigar boxes from when my grandfather.
Yeah, I
when
understand,
I was a
but jelly
kid.
boxes, empty boxes we go through every day.
Well, for you.
Well, that's what he's saying. They end up in the garbage.
Well, the consumers keep them. I'm sure.
Okay, let me try. Let me help Mr. Slowpoke here catch up.
Yeah.
I understand the retailers throw them out.
When they don't buy them by the box.
Right.
We have a lot of boxes that get emptied out because people buy single sticks.
I got it.
Back years ago, we used to stack them up in the front of the store. I had a little sign that said $2 a box. And
really?
And it would be emptied out every day by women coming to make purses or school projects, or we donate them, whatever. Then it just got to a point where you couldn't give them away. You couldn't sell them. You couldn't do nothing with them. And what are you going to do with them? They stack up daily. We throw them in the garbage.
Wow.
Now, have you caught up with the rest of the show?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Thank you.
I'm over here now.
I think there's only one company that's actually recycling boxes. Two? Who's the second one?
Padron, and there is another one.
Southern Classic.
Southern Classic. Is he doing it too?
Eloy does it too. Yeah.
I'm actually considering, once we do our makeover, turn it into a box recycling program.
You know, Padron gives $5 a box.
That's what we would do.
Oh, no,
I
don't.
did not.
I was just kidding, dude. They want $1.
The dollar.
I'm just kidding.
$5 a box.
Wait. $1?
$1.
It's $1.
It's $1 box.
So here's the $1 million question.
I know the box costs them $4 to make.
Who pays for shipping?
They do. They send a call tag.
Oh, very nice. I like that.
Yeah, they send a call tag.
I like that.
I don't know if there's a secret. I'm going to get a call from
No.
Hey, you're giving my box business.
We just got $6,000.
But listen, let's
I
turn-
didn't think this was an industry secret.
But you know what? I congratulate them because
they've been doing it for
this is
over
fantastic.
a decade. I mean, a long time.
I love it.
You send the empty box. We box it up, right?
Sure.
We give them the dimensions and the weight. They email the call tag. We
Fantastic.
slap it on the box, and on our next order, if we sent 230 boxes back, there's a $230 credit.
If you order 230 boxes, I would take a weekend off.
Huh?
I said I would take a vacation if you ordered 230 boxes of my stuff.
No, we didn't order 230 boxes. We sold 230 boxes. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
It means we ordered way more.
Yes, sir. Ooh, I love it.
not to throw salt on the wound, but
no, hold on.
Since you brought it up, let me clarify.
Just to clarify. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. I love it. No, man, after 50 years of doing the right thing, God
I always
bless
thought
them,
that was pretty genius. And for them, it's genius. Look, it is recycling, and I'm sure... I mean, most of their boxes, I don't think, cost them more than $4 or $5.
Yeah, that's
They're not
what it is.
intricate. Some of the nicer ones maybe have better things.
The one they gave the Patriots owner,
No,
Bob
not
Kraft.
that. Get out of here. It's a
Can he
humidor.
recycle that?
That's a totally different.
Yeah.
He's never giving it away.
But even their lower end line now, they don't even have hinges on them anymore, right? The regular main line.
The 1000 series doesn't even have hinges.
Or
It is,
class.
No, it doesn't.
Or it
Yeah.
doesn't even have hinges or class
Oh, it's just a
anymore.
slide.
So that box probably costs
No,
maybe
it's
$350.
built in there and it just
right,
pulls
$350,
up.
$4, and they save $2-3 for making a box and save a bunch of trees, and it's been a decent program.
It's tough, when we
honestly for us, if a lot of companies did it, it'd be a nightmare because empty boxes take up a lot of room.
I do understand.
They do. I mean, just the two companies that we are doing with, we were like, dude, get those boxes out of here. I'm tired of looking at them, because they eat up a lot of room. Now imagine if we were doing it with 10 companies. Holy cow.
We'd have to get a whole new warehouse just for empty box
Yeah,
storage.
yeah, you have to have a guy all day, always sorting boxes and shipping them back out.
Yeah.
It's not a good business model for us also. We make boxes, so.
Right.
Exactly. If somebody said they were going to start recycling, I'd be like, that's a really bad idea.
Here's 10 reasons why you shouldn't.
Don't do it.
Right?
So when companies do recycle the boxes, do they refurbish them? Like, do they do something to the box?
I think they look, and if
you spray it down,
no,
fumigate it.
No, most of the time I bet you they'll just use it as it is, and if a box got really banged up, or they just then retire it out of circulation.
Okay.
Kind of like the bank.
You still get your buck though.
Yeah, if we send a box, no matter what condition it is, we send a box, they give you $1.
Wow. That's pretty cool. I've never heard of that. But I have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of cigar boxes
I'll give you a
from my
quarter for every
grandfather.
Padron box.
I don't have any Padron.
You like that?
That's
I don't
good
have
margins.
My grandfather never smoked
I'll give you a
Padrons.
quarter. Making money never hurts.
That's
wow.
Cha-ching.
You sound biting me now, huh?
That was good, Colin.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
All the time. Anyway, we have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get to the second hour. We'll see what's going on with Dr. Gaby Kafie still, and we'll talk about the FDA and the scoop with Coop. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
The Southeast #1 club of the year is Spearmint Rhino. Enjoy $5 lunch specials daily till 3 with the best view in town. Really hungry? Take a bite of their 16-ounce New York strip special, only $14.95. Available daily until 10 p.m. Spearmint Rhino, home of $10 Tuesdays all day and all night. And now Thursdays until 8 p.m. Dances are $10. Spearmint Rhino is South Florida's adult playground. Mention at the door, Honest Abe sent you for free entry. For more information, visit spearmintrhino.com.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Keep it lit with KMA Talk Radio.
Cigar Fairy's making rounds.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
a brand more than 100 years in the making. Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit sindicato.com.
Hey, fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're going to need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is a place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan pillar tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
On a small farm nestled along a river in southern Honduras grows an estate-grown tobacco so exceptional. Stop, please. No moss. This is Dan Blunt for Alec Bradley Cigars. Some copywriter handed this to me expecting me to read it. Good Lord. Do me a favor. Pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Light it up. Spend an hour with it. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk again real soon.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Follow the legend to Nicaragua. The Monte Cristo Nicaragua series is the latest addition to the extraordinary legacy of Monte Cristo. Blended in Nicaragua, the balance of this cigar is undeniable. And now it's been awarded a top 10 cigar of 2018 by Cigar Aficionado. This exquisite and complex 100 Perfect Puro uses only the best tobacco, combining body and flavor for a stellar appearance. A unique smoking experience that is now a top 10 cigar of the year. Monte Cristo Nicaragua. 2 legends coming together to create one legendary cigar.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K, the Brewmeister. With me, of course, the man, the myth, the timing king himself.
Well, he's not so timed with his headphones.
I said I'm losing to my headphones. My headphones are winning.
He's got no dexterity. He hasn't had any coffee. He's losing his motor skills.
I'm so off this morning.
It happens, Mr. Honest Abe. Of course, Paul, the producer.
Hey, we got the Paul cam back all of a sudden.
Way to go.
We fixed it.
The fans are cheering. They're on their feet.
You're the one that wanted the Paul cam. I didn't want it.
Okay.
We could take it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's more important to have a Colin cam.
I think we need that too, actually.
Colin cam.
We got to talk. If we can get like 6 more cameras, then we'd be set.
Right.
We're gonna run out of USB. So
yeah, we have no room.
We're gonna need a bigger processor for that. All right. Anyway, we're still here with Dr. Gaby Kafie of Kafie 1901 Cigars. Doctor, thanks again for being here.
Hey guys, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, I know. During the break, you had brought it up, and we've had a lot of discussion going on recently about the FDA, and obviously, you're a doctor.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a licensed medical professional.
Yes.
Or former licensed medical professional.
Still licensed.
Oh, there
do you have to keep it up? Like, do you have to
You
do
know
something?
what? I do it, and I do it for one reason: my kids. You know, I don't want them to ever think that I quit or I gave up or I didn't do something, and it's my motive to push them also. You know.
Do you want them to be doctors?
I'll be honest with you. You know, my dad said one thing when we were growing up in our home is that America is a country where that little piece of paper is always worth something. And he was right.
I don't think it's worth what it used to be. To be honest with you.
Things have changed.
I'm not even. Oh, sorry. Am I blocking his view?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's good.
My sexy mug, right? But you know what?
Vivacious. It would have been really funny if he had a mug that said sexy on it when he said that.
Here's the thing, though. Now, I'll tell you what I did learn is the educational process teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to keep focused on a goal.
I have zero faith in the educational process in this country right now.
You can just pay your way through.
No, yeah, right. Drive your way.
Thank you, Lori Loughlin. Yeah, and Becky.
But no, I'm going to tell you something. First off, I'm appalled at some of the stuff that I hear that my kids have going on in their school. And I'm not talking about from the other kids, which that's a whole next level right there.
You're appalled at the political views from the teachers
and the
right?
school itself.
Yes. The schools have an agenda.
Tucker Carlson had a great piece this week. I think Jeff Borshowitz shared it about how the whole collegiate system is nothing but a scam.
It is true.
It is a lending machine that's putting this country in debt, and these kids are coming out of school for nothing.
It is the second mortgage crisis of America.
I'm telling you, it is the worst. I believe it's a farce. I mean, look, if you're going to college and you're studying to be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, something that requires that physical degree, then you have no choice, right? But it's just become way too expensive. They've inflated these tuitions so that they can get more on their loans.
Right.
The colleges now are just really loaning institutions.
You need $500,000 to go to college.
They are loaning.
There's 2 types of colleges, right? And I appreciate you being kind to doctors and lawyers, but you don't have to.
No, but you got a choice. You're not becoming a doctor unless you. I mean, there's no other path there.
But here's the thing: is that you got private universities and public. The public universities get grants from the federal government, therefore their tuition should be lower. Private schools.
It's the other way around, though.
Oh,
Now,
man.
and let me tell you something. They have the prepaid college fund, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe
That's a Florida thing.
Okay, yeah, right.
It is.
It's a Florida thing. But let me tell you this scam, right? Before my daughter was born, and when I say before, I mean like the year before my daughter was born, my oldest daughter, right? It was like, I don't know, it was something ridiculous. It was like $50, $80 a month. It was very affordable to do the prepaid. The whole thing, kit and caboodle, I think if you bought it outright, was like $12,000.
But they have to go to a Florida state school,
And
correct?
there's some what do you call it? There's some state lines that you can cross. There's some groups that are involved in
Okay.
it. And there's ways to go to
Because
some
that's why we
out-of-state
didn't
schools.
do it. But go ahead.
No, well, there's way better options than it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Then the year, like I started wanting to do this for my first daughter, they started doing this thing called tuition differential.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay? It's a new thing. And basically what they said was, well, our tuition's so cheap that this is the differential of what normal tuition should be. And now these rates went from like that whole, like if I didn't do the monthly plan, I think it was like $9,000 or $10,000 and it was done, became like $28,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It became stupid. It became like something like $180 a month per kid or $200 a month per kid. It became very, very stupid. And the whole collegiate thing is so, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith, and it is, look, as crazy as some of these millennial socialists are, and all their things on socialism now, whatever, you can just see how they get baited into it, though, because to get an education or to become self-sufficient in this country now has become such a tedious, expensive process. And for what? I don't think a BA degree is any more stronger than what basically a high school diploma was decades ago. I think it's the equivalent of a high school diploma nowadays.
I think our country now revolves around debt. From the moment you're born, they want to keep you in debt.
Continuously.
And the best way to keep you in debt, the two best ways is go through a lengthy college education like I did, and it cost me $240,000, and buy your home.
Yeah.
Debt. You're in debt for life. And then if you're lucky, when you retire, you can live 10 years to enjoy it.
Right.
Well, one of the best statements somebody ever told me is, anybody who thinks you can own your home in this country is fooled, because you can't own a home in this country.
Right.
You never own your home. You agree with that?
Well, unless you pay cash.
No, you never own your home ever.
No, you never do.
What do you mean? If I give you $500,000 cash for a house,
You think you own it?
yeah, why
Don't pay
wouldn't
your
I?
real estate taxes 1 year and
Yeah.
see what happens
Oh,
in
well,
that home.
that's true. Yeah.
You never own your home in this country.
Right.
Okay, real estate and listen, I'm all right with real estate taxes, right?
Well, because you live in Florida, it's a lot different here.
No, I'm all right with the whole concept of it, but you should be taxed once, right? When I buy the home, I should be taxed, like when I buy my car. Can you imagine I had to pay a tax on my car every year?
Yeah.
Right? I bought this shirt, I paid 7% sales tax, you're going to charge me 7% every year and everything. It's such a stupid concept, right?
But have you seen the breakdown of your taxes? They got schools in there. They got fire department.
Listen, they got schools in the lottery, right? I mean, don't give me that crap.
I've seen the breakdown.
I've seen the breakdown too. It all goes to some.
Listen,
you know what? Yes.
You're from Chicago. The difference between my home here, I did the math for my home here and what it would be on Long Island.
My brother in Chicago pays quadruple.
Right,
what I
exactly.
pay. Quadruple.
Exactly.
He pays quadruple. It's insane.
Three times my house in my neighborhood on Long Island.
So I'll share this
three
with
times
you,
as
right?
much.
Our home here in Miami, estimate $8 to $10,000, right, a year.
Yeah.
Honduras, my mom's house. Yeah. Same house, same property, same everything. $300 a year.
Wow.
And mind you, they're worth about the same. It's not like her house is worth $50,000.
But that's what it should be. Why?
But there's a lot less infrastructure in Honduras, correct?
There
I mean,
is.
there's a little bit of a difference between the United States and Honduras.
Let me ask something. Is the problem that we need the money to fund these programs? Is a problem that the government just wastes a stupid amount of money, that they have to raise more money by any means necessary?
I agree with both of those statements, actually. I think both are true. I think the infrastructure is expensive, and we spend way too much money on things.
I'll break it down this way, okay? When you're paying $50 for 2 Tylenol in a hospital.
Right.
Ridiculous.
That is the same thing that's going on with infrastructure in the U.S.
And it's funny you brought that up, because when my son was born, they charged us for aspirin that they had given the baby when he was in the NICU. And I know for a fact, we were on top of it, because my grandmother was an RN. We have friends that are doctors. My father-in-law on my brother's side was a doctor. I know to look at that stuff and ask for a detailed invoice, because none of them give you that either. They don't tell you what you're being charged for. They just send you a bill and say they've charged your insurance company for $70,000 and you have to pay $8,000 of it. And they charge us for I negotiated it down, his NICU stay. I negotiated his NICU stay down to $3,500. But there were things on there, medications that they said they had given him, which I 100% knew they did not, because they were on strict order because we stayed in the hospital. They had to tell us every time they were giving him something.
This doctor on your show is going to say something that's might make heads spin, but we need a single payer system in this country.
A what?
A single payer system.
What's that mean?
That means that one payer, one insurance company.
Oh, a single payer.
Yes.
I thought you said payer.
Look, everyone
insurance is getting bad. Is getting horrific
terrible.
again.
It's getting terrible again. We can go on tangents.
But the problem with it is there's so much baloney, and everybody's profiting. There's so much corruption in it. Nobody really wants to change anything.
No.
You think when you say in real estate tax, all infrastructure, you think these construction companies that are repaving the highway, isn't charging 5 times what they should to the government, and the government's just paying it. Why? Because I'm sure that senator in that district or whoever is in charge of pushing that agenda
Get some kind of...
Hell yeah. This has got to stop.
The way you stop it is to set it up the way that the country was in the beginning, where all of these politicians had a full-time job, and this was they didn't make their living from being a politician. Like John Adams was a farmer.
I understand, but that doesn't stop the corruption.
This is a great intro to our talk about the FDA, by the way.
Yeah, we just got on a tangent. That's what we do here on KMA.
No, if you think we should have been talking about cigars, you don't get the show.
Oh. No. Speaking of our friend, our listener friend.
Which one?
Allison.
Kevin? Oh, Allison. Well, listen, I've said it and I'll say it on the air before. I like to consider this show Cigar Shop Talk.
Yes.
Because these are the type of conversations, if you're sitting around enjoying a cigar in your favorite local shop, you're going to have.
Right.
And that's what we end up doing.
Right. Wait a second. You said Allison listens?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm such a fan.
Did Colin just say
awesome.
Colin just jumped in?
I love that show.
That's funny.
That's great.
Thank you, Colin. That was awesome. All
that
right.
was awesome.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will actually get to hear Dr. Gaby Kafie's thoughts on the FDA.
Okay.
Spit it out.
Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Known the world over as the Rolls-Royce of cigars, with unparalleled packaging and superb quality, Gurkha cigars are works of art that feature the rarest and best tobaccos in the industry, offering a flavor profile for every palate. The highly rated Gurkha brand creates a luxurious experience for even the most discriminating cigar smoker. So treat yourself today with an unparalleled cigar smoking experience. Visit GurkhaCigars.com to find a purveyor of Gurkha cigars near you.
Plasencia Cigars has been one of the world's leading growers of first-class tobacco since 1865. Today, Nestor Plasencia Sr., together with the 5th generation of the Plasencia family, continue the legacy. With over 3,000 acres of quality tobacco fields, they are makers of quality cigars, including Alma Fuerte, ranked among the top 10 cigars in major publications. Find them in your local premium tobacconist stores around the country. Plasencia Cigars, perfected for more than 150 years. Yours to enjoy now.
Hello, this is Glenn Case, owner of Christoph Cigars. Smoking a cigar is all part of the experience. For me, there's nothing better than gathering with friends after an amazing steak dinner and smoking my GC Signature Series paired with a fine glass of scotch. Good conversation and a few laughs is always better when smoking Christoph. Start enriching your downtime. Go to Christoph.com and click on the Discover Your Christoph tab to find the Christoph cigars that are right for you. Upgrade your downtime with Christoph.
Ventura Cigar Company is a boutique cigar brand born in sunny Southern California. Ventura Cigar Company is on a mission to create memorable, complex cigar blends that excite the senses and reward discriminating palates. Experience the cigar aficionado number 13 cigar of the year, the archetype Axis Mundi. Rise up, step up, look up, fire up, and leave compromise behind with Ventura Cigar Company. Check them out online at venturacigar.com.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences. Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Bold and complex. That is the new Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta. Using the very best San Andres wrapper leaf available in the market, Rafael Nadal and AJ Fernandez collaborated together to create a new standard among San Andres cigars. Medium to full-bodied, this cigar is bountiful in both flavor and aroma. Available nationally for the first time, Romeo San Andres is a cigar you do not want to miss. Make sure to get one today at your local tobacconist. Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio.
See, I had to burp and I moved my head away.
Funny how that happens. You can do that if you're not trying to get words out and it comes out of nowhere. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Honest Dave. Good
morning.
Paul, the producer, and we're talking to Dr. Gaby Kafie from Kafie 1901 Cigars.
A.K.A. Gaby Kafie.
The college graduate, Dr.
Yes.
Gaby Kafie.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And, you know, we had started to talk about the FDA and how Dr. Scott Gottlieb left, and we all had this great, look, we've got a guy, he likes cigars,
Yes.
he's going to be good for us, and then nothing really happened, and then he left, and now
Then he went bye-bye.
we don't know what's going to happen, but where do you foresee the future of the FDA?
Wow, that's a powerful question. Wow.
Don't put him on the spot or anything.
The burden's on my shoulders. What do I foresee? I foresee us kicking the ball down the road for a few years. You know,
that's already happened.
The postponement that we got with the FDA regulations, they were supposed to go into place, what was the date? August 8th, 2016?
Yeah.
We got a 3-year extension for substantial equivalence testing, and that extension kind of goes hand in hand with the re-election of President Trump. So I think they kind of worked it out so that everybody in the cigar industry will be behind a Republican in this upcoming election. This I don't really see anything happening in terms of the hammer dropping.
I don't see Trump doing squat.
I don't see him doing squat either.
I got Kazad Hanoista, who says is all buddies and has got a bromance with one of his sons and telling us all stories all the time. And I hear all this stuff, what's going on. But you want to know what? I don't see him doing squat.
I agree, and I said that in the beginning, and everybody was like, shh,
listen,
don't say that.
I have studied.
I'm going to say it.
He's not going to do anything.
I don't see him doing squat.
I've seen every single step taken by every part. I love CRA. I love IPCPR. I love their efforts. I love everything going on in the industry. Everyone's fighting for their rights to continue to exist unregulated, but we will never not be regulated.
Listen, I don't think this industry's got a problem with regulation. We just want some realistic regulation.
Correct.
That's the problem.
But you know what's good about these regulations is that
keeps guys like you from starting a business?
No.
Oh.
What's good about it is
I
come from
it
a
makes
part.
It harder for a guy like you to get in the business now.
But I come from a part of the world, Honduras, where they have done TV shows like Narcos, and guys like Escobar have invested heavily in these primitive countries because they use these countries to kind of funnel their funny activities through them. If you look at Honduras today...
Are you trying to say the FDA protects us from that?
The FDA wants to know who all the players are.
Do you believe that?
I do believe that.
Wow, okay.
I do believe
Then we are not in the same...
I do not think the FDA is in business to put people out of business.
I believe the FDA is monetized and manipulated like almost any other organization in this country. That's why drugs that are curing illnesses in other parts of the world don't get distributed here, because the big pharmaceutical companies
don't want them.
Don't want it here.
So I know
and this is the problem. And if you think that attitude of the FDA doesn't trickle down to any other aspects of what they regulate,
you just nailed it. You nailed it.
All right, R.J. Reynolds has got the FDA doing the dance. They got him like a little jig and a little cross, and all these big tobacco. They're making him dance, doing the dance exactly the way they want. I got zero faith in the FDA. Zero.
FDA.
You ever see Dallas Buyers Club?
No.
See that movie.
Okay.
And you want to learn about the FDA? Go see that movie. You know, it's based on a true story. Do you know what it's about?
No.
Oh, God. It's Matthew McConaughey, who literally, weighs 100 pounds in the movie.
Okay.
I'm telling you, weighs 100 pounds. What he did to his body physically, I just can't, I don't know how he wasn't hospitalized, right? He was a straight cowboy rodeo guy who got AIDS, right? Early on in this country, when we didn't know what to do with AIDS, they were they were killing them.
Right.
They were killing people trying to cure them of AIDS because they didn't know what they were doing, right? So this guy does some research, starts learning that over in Europe, they got this drug that's actually working, slowing down the development and the process of AIDS, right? FDA won't bring it in.
Why?
That's crazy.
Because the legality, they don't want it in because they got all these other drugs, right? Hold on. This guy finds a loophole, starts a buyer's club. You should see the extent they go. All this guy was doing was saving people's lives, right? You should see the extent that they go to shut this guy down, arrest him, continually mess with him. I mean, it's an interesting story, and I'm sure, look, there's arguments on both sides, as there always is.
There is.
But without a doubt, the FDA is totally, in my opinion, manipulated by the pharmaceutical companies.
Well, definitely the lobbyists for the pharmaceutical companies are probably some of the most powerful in the world, right? I mean, there's no denying that.
In pharmacology in medical school, one of the things we learned was that it takes 96 months of testing and $10 million to get a drug looked at by the FDA. So it takes 96 months to test that drug before they'll even look at the data. And we're seeing the same thing happening in the cigar industry. We're also seeing a lot of consolidation.
Is the $10 million the cost of the 96 months of testing?
Correct,
or is that an additional fee?
No, the $10 million is actually the cost to get to the point where the FDA will actually take a look at it. Right. And then the lawyers come in and probably jack another 100.
Tell me one aspect of the government, anything from the post office, that you think runs efficiently.
Nothing. Zero.
You've been in the DMV in the last decade?
Actually, the DMV in Florida is way better than New York. Just because you can make an appointment here. You can make an appointment here, which is great.
Do they keep them?
Never.
Oh, I've never had a problem here, but I've only gone, twice since I've been here. So.
I mean, there's no aspect of the government that runs efficiently. And then that's just a fact.
And this government bashing has been brought to you in part by KMA Talk Radio, where we're happy to say that nothing is working in the government.
I don't know how it gets solved. I really don't. We're talking about a break. I mean, the only thing
I do think the voice of reason will prevail here. Because
like Octavia Cortez, her voice of reason?
What? Huh? Who's she?
Yes.
I don't want to talk about
the word for the day is bishop.
There we go. So lots of fun stuff happening here on KMA Talk Radio. We hope you've enjoyed so far. A lot more great stuff to come. Coop is coming up. We're going to see what's in the news right here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Once in a lifetime, something comes along that changes the game. That time is now. The Blast by Infinity is the most advanced, scientifically proven multi-purpose protectant on the market today. The Blast eliminates all smoke and odor on contact and creates a long-lasting barrier of protection. The Blast works on clothing, textiles, and hard surfaces. Water-based, non-toxic, hypoallergenic, 100% guaranteed. Safe for human and pets. Visit InfinityOdorShield.com.
A Toscano cigar is a perfect combination of American and Italian craftsmanship. Made with American and Italian dark-fired cured tobacco, Toscano cigars are produced by hand by the cigar rollers of Lucha, Italy. Smoking a Toscano helps you escape from the real world for a few perfect minutes. Like when you're sitting at home on a terrace after a long day's work pondering life and how beautiful things are. A Toscano cigar can take you back through over 200 years of history and elegance. Toscano is now available at your local premium cigar retailer.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Zycar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Zycar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Zycar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
So I'm Adam K., the Burpmeister.
Oh, he's got the soundbite.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to go in the rotation now.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's got the burp too.
Yep, great. If you missed any part of this episode of KMA Talk Radio, make sure you check out the Facebook page or the podcast download on Monday and listen to the entire episode of all the fun and excitement that's been here today on KMA Talk Radio.
You know what's funny is? I just realized that whole thing was a soundbite.
Oh, you thought it was him?
I thought he came on and said, "Hi, I'm MK the Burpmeister," and then he did the burp sound. I just realized.
No, that was Colin. That was Colin.
Brilliant.
So I'm Adam K., the Burpmeister.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see what's in the news this week on The Scoop with Coop.
He's upset.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
Koopaloop, what is happening this week?
Coop? Oh, tell me we lost Coop.
Well, it's okay. We can keep talking.
We'll
come
keep
back.
Talking.
You could tell there's a new listener on our Facebook Live feed. He's like, they didn't bring any cigars. They're not even smoking on the show.
I saw that.
I know.
We'll show the cigars. Yeah.
Welcome to KMA Valat. But yeah, we're in a studio.
Oh, hey, Val.
a real studio. We can't.
Show the. There you go. Oh wait, wrong camera. Okay, hold on.
I didn't know. Oh, there it was. I was looking.
Yeah, I'm going. We were actually talking about the way the cigars looked and the box, how nice it is.
This is my favorite size.
What is the size?
It's
is
Corona.
Corona?
He calls it a Petit Perla.
Petit Perla, yeah, 5.5 by 40.
I like it that it's a 4. I'm taking this box home.
You know, Lou Rothman and...
Who, by the way, he's in town. If you reach out to him, he said he'd love to do a show.
You always tell me not to reach out to him personally, that you should.
Okay, I will.
So Lou Rothman and Jim Colucci both told me that when you try a new cigar, they said always smoke the Corona.
Very
the Coronas. Nice. They said the Coronas always is that like a known thing, or am I thought I was like onto something here. Like they both told me
you've discovered the holy grail of cigars.
Because that's the basis for the rest of the blends.
Paul has now completely revolutionized the rest of the industry.
I love it.
I thought I was onto something here.
A little bit, maybe. No.
So I'll share something with you guys, right?
Yeah.
We have this cigar in...
Pete Johnson says it's good you made it home. I guess you got pretty drunk over in TAA.
No, they were afraid because he stayed off campus, so they all thought he was in danger.
Oh,
yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, he was in a hotel off.
Yeah, well, there was the one trip where I thought I was going to lose a kidney, so...
Ouch.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What?
No, I
would have bought it back for you.
Oh, thanks.
Why? I live with one. You can live with one. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but I didn't know. It probably wasn't going to be done surgically well or, in a clean operating room.
You still would have showed up to work, though, all bloody, walk in with it holding your side.
Well,
I'm here.
I was texting people, in the cab. I'm like, if I don't make it back, remember me well, and might be how I die. So
Kidney or liver?
I wasn't. I just thought it might be a kidney. I didn't know.
Drunk again?
Liver.
I think kidneys are more sought after.
Anyway, our good buddy Coop is now on the line.
Coop is actually here.
He's
Wait,
on the line.
Hold that thought, Dr. Kafie.
Yes. All right. Coop, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, guys. I must have got disconnected. I apologize. I'm here in Hamburg, Pennsylvania.
Hey, that's why.
Yep. Yeah, I'm outside the Cigars International store here, calling in.
Ah, excellent. So how are things in Hamburg?
Cold. I'm actually going to see my dad. I haven't seen my dad in a very long time, so I drove up from North Carolina and stopped halfway.
All right.
Is it the CI Superstore up there in Hamburg?
Yes.
That's where Juan Cancel is always, right?
We've been there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's very big, this store. Holy cow.
So, Coop, what is in the news this week?
So first up, Nat Sherman made some news this week. They are adding to their Apoca line. They announced the Apoca Reserva. So they had brought back, it was the original line from Nat Sherman, and they brought that back a few years ago. This is the second edition under that line. They're calling it the Apoca Reserva. The difference is really that this is technically not really a new cigar. They've taken the Nat Sherman 1930, which was a cigar they released a few years ago, and then when they restructured the portfolio over the summer, 1930 was kind of put on hold. Well, now they've kind of decided to rebrand it, and under their new alignment, it's going to go under the Apoca Reserva line.
Okay. I actually, Michael Herkulotz gave me one on Tuesday, and it was very nice.
I actually had that cigar, I think, for the first time at one of the old Great Smokes. I think it's going back to 2013, that old 1930. So, yeah, so it's good news if that was one of my favorites in the line. Dominican wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican fillers as well. Pricing set between $10 and $17. All the same sizes are coming back as the 1930.
All right, very cool. So what else is happening?
Well, this week was the TAA. I heard some talk a little earlier on. And as such, the exclusive cigars were unveiled at the convention. And, it's kind of funny, you guys. I heard you guys talking about SKUs, right? And, in this era where there's supposed to be less cigars, the TAA comes out with 14 exclusive releases, and really 13 of them are new offerings right now.
Is it not ridiculous?
It is. There's way too many right now.
Because once again, about money. Right? Because it's a profit center for the TAA. TAA makes money on every box that's sold, that's made. So, if you really want to do something special, see, here's the problem. In my opinion, my humble opinion, not that I'm right, wrong, but this is my opinion, right? You want to make a special TAA cigar for the organization, you appoint one company annually, right? This is the TAA for this year from this company. This is the TAA for this year from this company, right? And you appoint one. You give everybody a turn, right? But no, now as a retailer, I got to put 14 SKUs of TAA, of which 2 will sell. The other 12 nobody really cares about. I'm just not doing it.
It's tough.
I agree. It's kind of they used to do that years ago, from what I remember. And it made it kind of special. But now, pretty much, you're seeing companies try to throw everything but the kitchen sink into this series. It's a series. Some companies are trying to launch new lines in there. So, like La Polina's done that over the last few years. Some other companies, I think, basically are doing some mashup things they've had left over in the factory. I don't think that maybe there's a few companies that are actually developing a project for the TA. I would probably put like Crowned Heads, Tatawai, and LaFleur into those categories. But for the most part, yeah, it's changed a lot. Where I think it's lost a lot of its specialness, and it's kind of diluted the series as a whole right now.
I completely agree with you. And that's the problem, because the organization with itself say, hey, we don't care. Let everybody make one, because whatever they could sell, we make our X dollar per box. So, and it just, look, I've been in business myself a long time, and I am no business genius, but I learned a long time ago that if I do something right, in the long run, it'll be very profitable, And that's kind of the way I've done my things. I don't worry about today's profit as much as I worry about making sure I try to do something right, because in the long run, it ends up being very profitable. That's I've kind of proven this in my own world over the years. Our Great Smoke, for example, was an example. The first 2 years or 3 years, I'm pretty confident we lost money all 3 years doing it. Without a doubt. I know we lost money the first two. Maybe the third year we broke even if we didn't lose money. But that's because my only goal at that time in the first 3 years was to try to make the best overall positive experience I could possibly make, so that everybody would go back home or talk about it for the next 5 or 6 months and want to come back again with 5 more of their friends. And that theory has worked for me, because now today it's very profitable. In fact, we donate a lot of money to a charitable cause every year doing it. And people come from all over the country because my emphasis wasn't about the dollar. And I think that's why these things end up failing. And I see these TA cigars now. It's just ridiculous. I can't even keep track.
How long has a TA been around?
51 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it went through basically definitely a dying out phase, and it kind of got revitalized about a decade ago, And it got revitalized for the better, I do believe, but everything just happens to always go into excess. Sorry, I got on a tangent in your segment there again.
All right.
No, it's all... Yep. Go ahead.
What else we got, Coop?
Did you guys talk about the Coalition of American Cigar Rollers? I don't know if I missed that part.
No.
Okay, so we got Dr. Kafie. This is pretty interesting. So there is a group of boutique U.S. factories that have formed a organization known as the Coalition of American Cigar Rollers. So these are the American cigar factories. There's about 50 of them that have joined right now together. And they're kind of forming their own organizational/lobbying effort right now. They've got the support of Cigar Rights of America, and they've got most of the main factories in there. In the U.S., LP Sons of Bronze is in there. Yep. The J.C. Newman factory's in there. So it's going to be headed up by a couple of folks, I think, who one of them who is Sandy Kobas, who's the owner of LP Sons of Bronze, and Danny DeFabio, who's from Rodriguez Cigar Company in Key West right now. And like I said, they got the blessing of Cigar Rights of America on this one right now.
And what is their goal? I mean, why do we need to branch off resources? Because, look, at the end of the day, every one of these organizations that I know of all fight for money.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Well, I think...
They're fighting for
the
lion's share of funding and donations and money for their lobbying efforts.
The good thing about what they're
doing now, instead of getting hit up just by the CRA or the IPCPR or whatever PAC, now I got another organization that's going to call to hit me up for donations. I mean, I don't understand the benefits of this instead of pooling our... Because it just seems we're so splintered as an industry.
Yes, you're right. But you know what? It's like treating cancer, right? When we tell the FDA, hey, you're putting us out of business, it's good to identify who you're putting out of business. So it's not just big tobacco like Altadis General. I'd label them big tobacco. But you got the small mom and pop shops, the boutique cigar makers, and they're more. I believe that the quest here is to get them to be a little more sympathetic to these.
So
businesses.
This is more of a dressing move. We're putting a dress.
Exactly.
We're putting a dress on.
That's it.
Right.
Okay.
I looked at this when I saw this come out as more of a kind of a Hail Mary effort on trying to show a more smaller, more just these are the faces of the people and getting.
You just might as well have called them American farmers then.
Yeah.
Basically.
That would have tugged more hearts.
Yeah.
Because they are farmers. They're tobacco farmers.
Yeah. All right, keep going, Coop. What?
No, that was it for this week. As far as the news goes.
Okay.
It was all TAA this week, all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
That's great.
So what's coming up this week on cigar-coop.com?
You'll definitely see a review of the H. Upman Grupo de Maestros Connecticut shade cigar. So look forward to that. And, we'll have a TAA review from last year, which is Tatawai's 50th from last year. We'll probably be getting around to.
Oh, all right. Had you reviewed that before?
I have not reviewed that one. But I'm kind of, I wanted every TAA release from last year to come out for, photography purposes. So once I got them all together, then they go through the review cycle. So, and there was the Padron release was the one that was lagging along till the end this year. Last year, I should say.
Of course, you mean the 89.
Yes, the cigar you guys are that was a special TAA. That's a special cigar I think that was brought back for the TAA. That one had some excitement, I thought, and you guys are very familiar with it.
Yes, we are.
I had one I had one 2 weeks ago for our meeting, actually.
One of the originals, or
no, I didn't have the original. You guys wouldn't give me one of those.
Probably not.
You have
unworthy.
You have them though.
Unclean. I had some connections, Paul. I got some from the originals.
Of course you did.
They're all gone.
Everybody's got connections over Paul.
Exactly.
All right, Coop, enjoy Hamburg, have fun at the CI Superstore, and don't get too far down the wormhole there.
I will. I'll see you guys next week.
Take care, Coop.
I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a Hamburg today.
All right, make sure you check out cigar-coop.com for the latest news, information, and high-quality reviews of the cigar industry.
We just defined the age of our listenership with that comment. You know that.
I know that reference, though.
I know. Well, you're not young, dude.
Yes, I am.
How old are you?
35. Mm-hmm. By the way, I said I was 36 for the last year. I'm actually 35, and I turned 36 this month. Or May.
Get it right, Paul.
I don't remember.
What
are you talking about?
Not young.
You're at least, 8 years older than me?
Okay. I'll take that.
Oh, he's older than that? Oh, wow.
I'm not going to comment at this point.
I'll take that.
I am not going to further comment at this point for, yes, I will not incriminate myself in this juncture.
We need to break, right?
Yeah, fine. We'll take a little break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little more with Dr. Gaby Kafie. We'll see this week who belongs in a Cigar Insane Asylum.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
With over 20 years in the cigar industry, Eric Espinosa has done it all. He began in retail, became a sales manager, developed and owns his own brands, and today is internationally known as a manufacturer of top-quality premium cigars. Nothing gives Eric more pleasure than to be able to make his own cigars for consumers worldwide to enjoy. Experience cigars made in the Espinosa way. La Ranja Reserva, Murcielago, 601, and Espinosa Habano, and Connecticut. For more information, visit EspinosaCigars.com.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Hey, fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're going to need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is a place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way, taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. The insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
What happened? Oh, the burp?
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K, the Brewmeister. Welcome back. It's been a lovely show. We hope you've enjoyed it. This is episode 334. KMA Talk Radio. With me, of course, Honest Abe.
Hello.
And Paul, the Laughmeister.
Is it? Does it offend you that makes me laugh? Because you're like the straight edge guy that would never make a mistake like that, and you like just burped right into the camera.
He's not pleased by it.
No, not at all. There is a thing called overflow.
Colin's laughing. Look at him.
He's killing me.
Anyway, Dr. Gaby Kafie has been our guest today. Thank you for being here, Doctor.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. So I know we got on some tangents there with Coop and everything else, but
it's good, man.
Absolutely.
Love
and
Coop.
We got a lot of great content in.
We're gonna have to try this cigar that you brought us.
Yes.
It's a shame we can't smoke. I dream of the day that we can smoke in
We can
here.
smoke in 8 minutes.
Nice.
Outside.
Yeah. I'm going to go right over to smoke in West Palm Beach over here. Have a cigar.
That's right down the road, yeah.
Yep, that's where I'm going to go.
Absolutely.
Haven't had a cappuccino in 23 days.
You can't have a cappuccino now either.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I haven't had a I used to have like 4 a day.
At least.
A
I've
day.
seen you have 3 in our meetings.
Yeah, I used to have 4 a day minimum. I haven't had one cappuccino in 23
Are you drinking espresso?
days.
Like you'll just drink
I'm drinking black
espresso?
coffee now.
Okay.
Just straight black coffee.
That's how I drink my coffee.
Yeah, it's like drinking battery acid.
No, not if you get good coffee, right?
And
now
you know.
Gaby Kafie coffee.
Do a plug.
Give me that coffee. Yes.
Dr. Kafie. Oh, yeah, let's get it on Abe's.
The non-acidic battery acid coffee. Kaffie's.
100% organic and
Kafie 1901 Coffee Company.
gluten-free.
Kafie.
Listen, I actually, there's a direct correlation.
You know, there's an Arabic word, Kafie.
Kafie. That's enough? That's enough, right? Yeah, that's right.
There's a direct correlation between the quality of the coffee and whether or not I'll drink it black or with sugar.
You could drink this black.
I bet I would.
I'm going to go home and grind this and make some today.
Yeah. Drink
All right.
it black.
There you go. Our coffee explanation now brought to you in part by our good friends over to CLE and Asylum Cigars, where we're going to bring you this week's Cigar Insane Asylum.
Keeping us on track.
Welcome to the Cigar Asylum,
Did you know I'm utterly insane? We all go a little mad sometimes.
where logic and reason cease to exist.
This week, Who Belongs in a Cigar Insane Asylum, brought to you by CLE and Asylum Cigars.
I love when we don't have our warm-up meeting for the show.
You have no idea what you're
going
going
to I got no idea, and then I read this, like, who found this story?
It's a great story. Adam and I were cracking up over it.
I thought it was an okay story.
I love when he says, he always comes, Adam loved it, and Adam looks, no, I didn't.
Listen,
that happens a lot with him, doesn't it?
I have a
Paul
witness.
will come with a story, you go, Adam loved this story, and I look at him and like, no.
I have a witness.
No, I didn't.
I have a witness that said that was there when he said he loved it.
No, because I even have the text conversation where I said,
Does it start with an A
okay.
and end with a J?
No.
Okay, here we go. This week's inductee has taken the alternative health movement to a new level. A woman known as Zheng from the Hunan province of South China blended a smoothie of 20 different kinds of fruit.
Sounds like a good health move.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
According to South China Morning Post, the 51-year-old was into unconventional health treatments. And this is the cream of the crop, this lady, right? So instead of drinking this healthy smoothie, Zheng decides to put the mixture into an intravenous bag and injects it directly in her veins.
That is crazy.
How's that sound to you, Doc?
Yeah, seriously, what a great story.
Now you haven't read this story. What do you think are the possible side effects of injecting a smoothie intravenously into your brain?
That's a one-way ticket to a coma.
Oh, well, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
So listen, while she immediately didn't suffer any adverse reactions, it didn't take long for her arm to get itchy and develop a fever. She tried to keep it secret, but her husband could see that she was in distress and eventually convinced her to go to the hospital. Once she was admitted, doctors were shocked at her condition. She had developed an infection in the liver, kidney, heart, and was at risk for multiple organ failure.
Wow.
Thankfully, the team at the hospital nursed the 51-year-old back to health, and after putting her on dialysis and giving her antibiotics and anti-clogging medicine, clotting medicine, yes, she was able to be nursed back to health.
Crazy.
Zing said, I thought fresh fruits were very nutritious and it would do me no harm by injecting them in my body. I had no idea it would get me into such trouble. Well, congratulations to the newest fruit of the loom. You are this week's inductee into the Cigar Insane Asylum.
Crazy story.
Must be out of your damn mind.
Seriously.
I thought you were going to say she did an enema or something. But that's crazy.
Injected a fruit.
That's crazy.
I'm just curious, why not just drink it?
The damn fruit. I don't know, man.
I mean, at least it's somewhat enjoyable if you drink it.
Wait, what country? Hunan?
China.
Yeah.
China.
Oh,
Yes.
China.
In the Hunan province.
Listen, she knew what a smoothie was.
She had a blender, apparently.
Yeah, so, how
I'll tell you what, I'm
backwards could they
impressed.
have been?
If I walk into the grocery store today, I don't think there are 20 fruits there.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Think about it. There's apple.
They're
orange,
opening a new
banana.
produce market in Wellington. Did you see that?
No.
Yes, where the old Sports Authority was.
I don't know where
They went
that
out of
is, but
business. I think it's in the Best Buy shopping center off of 441.
Oh, okay.
But it's literally...
Like a real fruit market.
It's saying a produce fruit market like you would think of one to be, because I don't know
like
if
with
any...
the sawdust on the floor, like they used to have in New York.
No,
where you walk in.
I
they
never
got
saw it. That's usually a meat market that has sawdust on the floor
No,
to
they
absorb
did it
the
at
blood.
the fruit markets. Too.
Why?
I don't know.
Sawdust typically is on the floor to absorb moisture.
Right.
So,
okay.
So what if
usually
the
in meat markets with the blood, it absorbs it.
That's why I would expect it.
So
in a meat market.
I don't know why.
I don't know about the fruit.
Somebody can put it on Facebook. The fruit tree in Massapequa Park on Long Island has sawdust on the ground.
Wow,
Just
there
saying.
you go.
Okay. Who's on the show next week?
That'd be Daniel Tiant, formerly of Tiant Cigars.
Oh, wow.
And maybe his father. We don't know
Hall
for
of
sure.
Famer.
Hall of
Look
Fame
at
pitcher
that.
for the Red Sox.
He may be
Nice.
coming as well. But we wanted to do a, where are they now?
Is this a
type
Where Are They
thing.
Now episode?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You know Danny?
I do not.
Okay.
Tian, how do you spell it?
Tiant.
T-I-A-N-T.
Oh, okay. I've heard.
No, yeah. Very interesting.
Oh, yes. It'll be a very fun show. We'll see what he's been up to ever since he got out of the cigar industry. Or if he really got out of the cigar industry.
Yeah, one of the few guys who got out and really got out.
Well, we'll see for sure when he comes in. Who knows?
We'll see what he has to say.
Yeah,
Because that always happens.
Or if
We
he's
have a
trying to
new
get back
release.
in.
Right.
Exactly. That's what's going to happen. Till then, as always, we hope you've enjoyed this week's show. Make sure you check out the Facebook page for all the fun and excitement happening over there. Till next week, and as always, keep it lit.
Yay. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Awarded the 2014 Nicaraguan Cigar of the Year with numerous 90-plus ratings, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Cigar celebrates Tabacalera Perdomo's 20 years as one of Nicaragua's largest premium cigar manufacturers.